everybody, some breaking but unshocking news as Apple has apparently reached out to Goldman Sachs to begin the process of ending their relationship with the Apple Card. Wall Street Journal has an exclusive that just came out today. I'm going to link that in the description. Now, the gist of the article basically is everything that we've been hearing in speculation since about July, when we were hearing about how bad the losses were for Goldman Sachs with the Apple Card, that American Express and Synchrony have been engaged in conversations with Goldman, and those conversations not necessarily bearing fruit, especially with American Express. They have their concerns regarding the lending structure for the card, how the card typically operates, where you close your balance at the end of each month, and then you pay the previous month by the end of the current month that you're in. So we're in November, I would be paying October's balance. Now, the Apple Card is a very good 2% flat mobile wallet category card. Your cashback goes straight into a high yield savings account, which is yielding at 4.15%. So you're getting interest every day that you hold your cashback in that account. I made the switch over as soon as it became live, and I don't know how much I have in that account right now, but it continuously grows, whether it's the cashback I'm getting for my purchases or just sitting there as a high yield savings account, right? So this isn't shocking news, because we've heard for months Goldman's been having issues with the card and with losses, and has been getting rid of all of its consumer-facing products. You know, they're no longer originating private loans. I think they sold off Marcus. I don't remember to who. There was a home improvement loan program that they were running, I think called Evergreen or Green Sky. They've sold that off to a number of investors. GM is leading the hunt for a new credit card issuer. So it makes sense that Apple would then reach out to Goldman to begin the process of this breakup. This breakup is not news, but it'll be interesting to see what Apple does. I have a feeling they're going to buy a relatively small bank, and that bank is just going to be a bank that runs the high yield savings account for Apple and issues the Apple credit card and is the underwriter on the Apple credit card. Apple will take everything in-house as they've done before. They've launched their buy now, pay later service through themselves, so they're going to take on more consumer lending. Isn't really the right word, but they're going to service their own credit card, because the more money they can push through on their credit card, the more they can make in interchange fees and continue to hold Apple Pay as a program. And regardless, they're going to continue to hold Apple Pay as a program where they get a chunk of digital wallet interchange fees going forward. Now, it could mean that Apple may have to charge less, which could mean we could get more companies that are willing to do, more issuers that are willing to do mobile wallet categories, which if added to certain cards could make them, but I got a video on that coming out later. But I wanted to jump in. Apple has approached Goldman Sachs about ending their relationship. This is official now, apparently, coming from folks coming through a leak to the Wall Street Journal. Apple controls their leaks very, very, so if it's going to the Journal, it's probably legit. If it's going to Mark Gurman, it's definitely legit. And if it's being let known to certain other outlets, then it's probably legit. So the news on this isn't shocking, but let's see what they do going forward. I am certain they're going to take everything in-house. They might change the earning capabilities of the card. Flat 2% makes a whole lot of sense. Maybe they'll go from vendor to category with 3%. I don't necessarily see it, but whatever they end up doing, Apple is going to be most favored nation status with the card, and you're going to continue to see things like pay with or setting up purchase through Apple and breaking up your payments over time without interest. That is a huge draw of this card, and Apple definitely isn't going to lose sales because they're breaking up with Goldman Sachs. So we're going to find out over the next 12 to 15 months. I have a feeling that Apple is going to take everything in-house. That makes the most sense. I did make a video about how American Express would be a terrible partner for Apple. I'll link that here in the end card. But yeah, just jumping in with this, as it seems to be official now that Apple is going to end its relationship with Goldman Sachs. And over the next, we'll find out in about 9 months, around, I want to say around WWDC, or so June, or around next year's iPhone announcement, that we're going to find out who the new issuer of the Apple Card is going to be. I believe it's going to be Apple. I believe they're going to buy a bank. But for more, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and talk to you soon.